In studio guest this morning, Dr. Rochelle Feldman, who is reaching for a cough drop. What happened, doctor? What happened?
Well,
What happened? Did you get your flu shot?
of course I did.
Okay.
That's why I didn't get influenza.
Uh-huh.
However,
Yeah, a little
that
sniffle?
doesn't keep me from getting all the other respiratory viruses. But the truth is, I don't get it at my office. I get it at home because I have my 2 grandchildren.
They're just petri dishes, aren't they?
Oh, indeed.
Uh-huh. So, how are you? I haven't seen you for a while. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank
Okay.
God, other than an occasional respiratory illness.
Yeah.
That doesn't knock me down.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. What are we going to talk about today? What do you want to start? I know you have a couple of topics. What do you want to start with?
Well, there are 2 things that come to mind, both of them because I've been experiencing them a lot in the office lately. One of which is the prescription drug prices and the information that I want to do, and the other of which is encounters with DCFS. That sounds like actually it could be the title of a novel.
It does. It does. So, okay, let's start with prescription drugs. What are you encountering this time?
Well, I am constantly being besieged by pharmacies, and at the risk of being politically incorrect, I'm going to name them. The 3 biggies: Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid.
Okay.
That the drug that I've prescribed to my patient is not covered.
What?
Yeah, all the time. It's not covered. This isn't covered. That isn't covered. We're talking about routine medications that are not covered. Routine antibiotics that are not covered.
What?
Yep.
So now what?
Well, here's the interesting information. Most people with either HMO or PPO insurance outside of Medi-Cal actually have copays regardless, right?
Okay, true.
It's not covered. The antibiotic you prescribed for my child is not covered. So the parents have to wait 2 days, theoretically, for us to get a treatment authorization request through their company. Well, the kid is still sick and getting sicker, maybe. Little known fact, there are companies online. GoodRx is the first one that comes to mind.
Good RX.
Right.
Okay.
As well as many others, where you can look up the medication you need and see how much it actually costs.
Oh, I think I saw a commercial for that. Good RX. I think I saw on TV. Okay.
There are a number of others as well,
Okay.
but I'm familiar with that one. You can look it up and see how much it actually costs. What none of the drugstores are telling you is that the actual cost is less than your copay.
So what's the problem?
The problem is, and like for example, Walgreens will tell you, oh well, this medication costs $343 without insurance. At their place, without any coupons, yeah, but GoodRx will sell it to you if you go to Costco, and with their coupon, you can get it for $20.
Okay.
I think they're lazy. Their pharmacists and all the other thing are lazy, and I don't know if it's their pharmacists so much as it is directives from corporate.
Right.
I think they're pigs. They want more money. They're greedy, and they don't care about people's health, and they don't care about whether kids are going to die from their pneumococcal pneumonia because they wouldn't give them the antibiotic they needed. I think the insurance companies are stupid because the people who determine their drug lists are not physicians or anybody with medical background.
Who does determine that? Do you know who determines that?
They have a whole
Is
section
it like a board of
each
directors or?
No, they have a whole section of each insurance company that determines what drugs they'll cover. But then that goes through a second tier if you've got an HMO, because then it goes to the independent medical group that administers your HMO. And then they narrow that down further. And you've got people who are doing this who may be physicians but are not pediatricians. They're determining pediatric drugs. And then you've got Medi-Cal, who will pay for you to get Tylenol, which all the rest of us pay for out of pocket.
Right.
But they won't pay for your kid to get one of the antibiotics that's normally covered.
So let's say we come, because we're slowly running out of time, and I know you have a second topic you want to talk about. So let's just say this. We come to your office, you prescribe something, we can't get it. We go to one of those pharmacies, we can't get it. They say we have to wait the 2 days to do the whole thing. What do you recommend? Go to GoodRx?
Go to GoodRx. Or one of the other, all you have to do is look up prescription drug prices. Mm-hmm. They all listed there.
Uh-huh.
You go there, you put the medicine in, and actually I've begun doing that in the office.
Oh, to give everybody a helping hand.
Right, because, well, I mean, most doctors won't, but I can't stand, this is in defense of myself. I can't stand the amount of time it takes for me to answer these pharmacy calls, to call the patient, to do that, to this, to that, to write it out, to do... I can't do that. I mean, it takes up too much of my time.
And not only that, but meanwhile, the child is getting sicker. The child needs medication.
Right. And then I end up with twice as much work, and I end up with twice as sick a patient. And I forget it. I'm not doing that.
You're not doing it. All right, Dr. Feldman. So in the minute and a half we have left, topic number 2, let's talk.
I'm about to go testify tomorrow in San Bernardino. Mm-hmm. On behalf of a patient that the DCFS has been trying to take away.
DCFS?
As the Department of Children and Family Services, i.e. Mm-hmm. the Protective Services component for children. Mm-hmm. They're trying to take a child away from its mother. Mm-hmm. And this isn't the first time. This is the third time they're trying to do this. Because, and this is happening with almost all of my mitochondrial disease patients, because they don't believe that mitochondrial disease is a real disorder. And they're accusing all of these parents of Munchausen's by proxy.
Oh, dear. Okay.
That the mothers are making the kids sick. And they're not.
Got it.
And they've gone after these people. Most of the mitochondrial disease community is afraid to go to certain hospitals here because they're going to get reported because certain doctors don't believe in certain diseases.
And will you let us know how this goes? Because now you're keeping us on the edge of our seat here.
I'm on the edge of my seat, too. This is my second time. I went to San Bernardino and I didn't charge for any of this because these people can't afford to pay me for that. So
please let us know how this turns out. And in a follow-up.
I was successful in keeping her with her mother the last time.
Okay.
I better be successful this time. Because I have to tell you, they ignore kids who are being beaten to death by their parents. But they don't. But they go after the parents who are doing their damnedest to keep their kids alive.
Listen, I don't want to have a run-in with you ever. So I have a feeling you're going to get your way.
Usually, yes.
Yeah, usually, yes. I know. Dr. Rochelle Feldman from Prima Pediatrics. Phone number in case someone needs a peds doctor?
424-9000.
There you go.
Coast area 661.
Say it again.
661-424-9000.
Pleasure having you in.